everyone, and welcome back to the Montana Real Estate YouTube channel, brought to you by Siphers Family Real Estate. If you're new here, my name is Craig Siphers, and on this channel we discuss communities, the real estate price points, culture, people, and things to do all across Western Montana. We break down real estate trends, financing options, and market data so you can make smart, informed decisions when you're buying or selling property here in Western Montana. So anyway, today we're diving into a topic that's getting a lot of attention about affordability. Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about, if we can even spit it out. And because affordability is a challenge, and so we're going to talk about the 50-year mortgages. Yeah, no, they're not here yet, but they're coming. All right, you may have seen headlines saying things like, oh, this is the future of home affordability. Again, I can't even say it. Or this keeps buyers in debt forever. Depends on which way you look at it. So today we're going to step away from the hype and talk real numbers. What is a 50-year mortgage? What it actually is. We're going to talk about how it compares to a 30-year fixed, a 15-year fixed, and the adjustable rate mortgage. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of each, and most importantly, real monthly payment and total cost examples using Montana property home prices. So let's get into it. A 50-year mortgage is a home loan that spreads repayment over 600 months instead of the traditional 360 or 180 months. The goal is to lower the monthly payment, obviously, but the trade-off is also simple. You pay interest for a much longer time. These loans are typically non-traditional, or what we call non-QM or non-qualified mortgages. They're offered by fewer lenders, or certainly going to be. They're priced with higher interest rates and fees, and they're designed to solve a monthly affordability problem, not a long-term cost problem. They exist because many buyers today aren't short on income, but they're short on monthly payment flexibility. And in Montana, home prices have increased dramatically over the last several years, and even modest rate changes can move payments by hundreds of dollars per month. Now, extending the loan term is one way lenders try to bridge the gap, but whether it's a good solution depends on your goals. So let's put real numbers to this. According to the Montana Department of Revenue, the median home value statewide is $400,000. Here are the assumptions for our numbers on this one. Purchase price $400,000, 20% down is $80,000, and our loan amount is $320,000. Now rates are approximate for illustration purposes only. 15-year fixed, let's say it's at 5.5%. It's about $2,615 per month. A 30-year fixed, let's assume a 6.2% interest, is about $1,960 per month. And a 5/1 ARM is at an interest rate of approximately 6%, and that's going to give you a payment of $1,915 per month initially. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the future on that. Our 50-year mortgage, well, we're going to estimate that at about a 6.75% interest right now, and that's going to give us a monthly payment of $1,790 per month. So, on the surface, 50-year mortgage does look attractive, roughly $170 less per month than a 30-year fixed. But here's what real costs show up. 15-year fixed, it's about $169,000 total interest. 30-year fixed, it's about $407,000 total interest. And your 50-year, are you ready, folks? Over $500,000, $550,000 or more in total interest. So you're saving monthly, but you're paying well over $140,000 more than a 30-year loan, and more than triple the interest of a 15-year loan. Well, let's talk about Western Montana, where affordability pressure is even stronger. According to the Montana Regional Multiple Listing Service, the average home value is about $656,000 at the time we're making this video. Now, our assumptions here is that we have a purchase price of that amount, $656,000. 20% down is $131,200, and our loan amount ends up being $524,800. Now here's our monthly principal and interest comparisons. For our 15-year fixed, again 5.5%, it's about $4,290 a month. A 30-year fixed, again 6.2%, it's about $3,226 per month. And a 5/1 ARM, 6% initial, well, we're about $3,158 initial monthly payment. And our 50-year mortgage at 6 3/4 ends up being $2,950 per month. Now, here the 50-year mortgage saves roughly $275 per month compared to a 30-year fixed. So the total interest paid over time on this particular example, $277,000 on the 15-year fixed. 30-year fixed is $670,000 in interest over time. And check this one out. If you live long enough, your 50-year mortgage is $900,000 plus in interest over the life of the loan. That means on a Western Montana home, the interest alone on a 50-year mortgage certainly is going to exceed the original loan amount. So comparing the 30-year fixed against the 50-year, well, let's take a look at the pros. You got a stable, predictable payment. You got lower rates than the non-QM products. You're easier to refinance or sell later. You've got balanced equity growth. The cons, the higher the payment, it's that 30 years higher than the 50 year. So the pros for the 50-year mortgage are your lowest payment, can help buyers qualify, obviously. And the cons are that the higher rates and fees are going to be in there, and you got very slow equity growth. You've got a massive long-term interest cost if you keep it, and you've got limited exit flexibility. 30-year mortgage balances affordability and long-term cost, and a 50-year mortgage prioritizes payments only. A 15-year mortgage is about paying the least interest, building equity fast, and owning your home outright sooner. And that's what, of course, our folks over at Dave Ramsey wants us to do. So a 50-year mortgage is totally the opposite of that. And it's got the longest payment, the highest cost, the longest debt to timeline. And so neither one's wrong, really. It's not, because they serve different buyers for sure. And your ARMs reduce payments by offering lower initial interest rates, not longer terms. The pros to them are you get the lower starting payment, often cheaper short term, and you have it's great. It's a great deal for those planning to sell or refinance. And your cons, of course, are the payment uncertainty, as well as it requires a plan for sure. And in many cases, a well-structured ARM can cost less over time than a 50-year mortgage if the buyer understands the risks. And it really depends on what you think interest rates are going to do, and nobody really knows what that is. So the general trend is the 50-year fixed is the lowest rate, the lowest total cost. The 30-year fixed, it's got moderate rates and fees. And of course, a lot of people don't want to lose their 3% mortgages that they have currently on their properties on, say, those 30-year fixed. And frankly, they're not going to ever see them again. Your ARM is your lowest starting rate, and it's variable into the future, obviously. And that's a thing that caught a lot of people back in 2008. And then, of course, your 50-year mortgage is your highest rates and your highest fees. So you always look beyond the payment, the annual percentage rate, points, total interest, prepayment penalties, refinance options. So a 50-year mortgage may make sense if you expect strong income growth, you plan to refinance quickly, you need short-term relief and have a clear plan. It may not make sense if you plan to hold for the long term, clearly, or you want to build equity, otherwise you're just paying interest, or you're stretching just to qualify, get a roof over your head. The risk isn't the loan, it's using it without having some sort of strategy. So here are your things to think of. There is no perfect mortgage. It'd be nice if you didn't have one. Only the one that fits your goals, timeline, and your risk tolerance. And at Siphers Family Real Estate, we believe educated buyers make better decisions, and especially in a market like Montana. So if you're considering buying or refinancing and want help evaluating, the options, reach out to our team here. Talk with a trusted lender, and we have a number of them that we can provide to you, and run the long-term numbers and be smart about it. So if this video helped you at all, please like and subscribe and drop your questions into the comments. We would love to be a resource for you if you're buying or selling real estate in the state of Montana. All the information is in the description down below. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.